Good afternoon, everybody, and this is a video of the Surface Pro 3 running Dota 2. As promised, I did plan to make a gaming video for the Surface Pro 3 today, and I already made a Counter-Strike Global Offensive video, so we're going to move on to Dota 2 next right now. I'm here at the settings screen. I just want to let you guys know what settings I'm running. As you can see, Fraps is running in the background up there, and right now I'm using a resolution of 1440 by 900. I was unable to get it to force it to 1440 by 960, which would have been an ideal resolution since there would be no black bars at the top and bottom, but oh well, I couldn't figure it out. Maybe I'll figure it out later. So we're gonna do like two little tests. I'm gonna go run it with all the settings turned up at 1440 by 900, and why don't we see how that goes? We'll start off with a bot match. Dota 2 isn't particularly a demanding game, but we'll see how it plays out, and if I need to adjust any settings if need be. But Counter-Strike Global Offensive ran pretty well on this, so I think Dota 2 should run well on this too, I think. It doesn't seem that good right now. Oh shit, I think it froze. Oh no, it didn't. Unfortunately, Dota 2 with all the bells and whistles turned on at 1440 by 900 is not really playable. I'm getting a frame rate of only around 10 at the moment. So yeah. Why don't we quit and adjust the settings a little bit. Alright, so why don't we turn down everything. Alright, these are all the low settings, except everything's off except for VSync now. Alright, so why don't we start off another match. Alright, so this is low settings, 1440 by 900. Let's see how it goes here. Alright, so it's a little smoother now. Alright, frame rate is around in the 20s at the moment. Push towards 30. Good thing about something like Dota 2 though is that you don't really necessarily need a super high frame rate in order to be successful. So right now 30. Well, we get over here and go ahead and slay some creeps whenever they come. So it's smooth enough so far, not too bad. This is definitely a game you want to run at low settings on your Surface Pro 3.
30 seconds.
Maybe even decrease the resolution a little. We'll try a decrease of the resolution later to see what the frame rate's like. Also keep in mind this is a 4 GB Surface Pro 3, so you want to run anything like a higher resolution, you definitely want more RAM so that the integrated graphics can use that memory. So
the battle begins.
alright, let's go slay ourselves some creeps. Where are you guys? Gonna kill you. Oh, where are my creeps? Oh, they're headed back. Or they're coming up. So hovering around in the mid-20s now-ish. I think if you turn on VSync, the game caps itself at around 30 frames a second. So some heavier action here, frames dipping into like the mid-20s. So overall, pretty playable, I think, in a pinch. Performance could definitely be a little bit better, but given that this is a mobile device running on such a thin chassis with with a little bit of throttling, it's not too bad. But bear in mind, this is not a gaming machine. So why don't we quit and try a lower resolution to see if that helps the frame rate a little. Why don't we try 1280 by... I think 800 would be better. 1280 by 800, why don't we try that? Alright, even here I think it's a little bit smoother now, even here on the all pick screen and everything. Getting around 15 to 20 frames a second.
Magic flies before me.
Frame rate... Alright, frame rate's definitely a little bit better. It's around 5 to 10 frames better depending on where I am per second. So... yeah, definitely smoother. It definitely stays at above 30, which is ideal for a game like this. So yeah.
Onward. Out of my way.
30 seconds to battle.
Gonna wait until we can get some creep action going.
The battle begins.
I go. Magic shall not prevail. The path is clear. As thou wilt. Double damage.
Oh.
I lighten thy load. All-knowing one.
Frames staying around 30 for the most part.
Get thee hence. creatures. I'll strike thee down. I go. I grace. 'Tis on thy head. As thou wilt it. I'm under attack. None shall hinder me.
Alright, I think that's enough for the time being. So what can we conclude? Overall, I think 1280 by 800 with all the settings turned off offers the best frame rate, the best balance between image quality and frame rate, since you don't want anything to be too blurry. But however, I do, unlike Counter-Strike Global Offensive for some reason, I do feel like the performance with regards to the Surface Pro 3 with Dota 2 is a little bit subpar. Oftentimes you would see frames dipping down in around the mid-20s, which I don't really find to be, playable, but not comfortably playable. So if you plan to play a lot of Dota 2 on the Surface Pro 3, definitely, you may want to, it's definitely playable, but you definitely want to stick with something that has either it looks like Dota 2 hogs up a lot of RAM, unfortunately. So yeah, so let's see how it was like here. So yeah, as we can see with the Intel Extreme Tuning utility, Dota 2 was more or less throttled. Yeah, graphics frequency hit below 300 megahertz even at times, and the processor frequency was more or less limited to around 1 gigahertz. So that's probably why. Yeah, so Dota 2 is probably a little bit harder on the system than Counter-Strike Global Offensive ever was. But then again, I was playing a bot game, so all those extra CPU resources was devoted to all the bot pathing and everything. But yeah, it looks like the system throttled itself so that it wouldn't overheat. And it throttled it so that it stayed at around 60 degrees Celsius. So yep, that's about it for Dota 2. Definitely playable, but due to throttling, you do want to keep your expectations in check. So that is Dota 2 running on the Surface Pro